Hi, everybody. Welcome back to this is now part two of our Google Forms tutorial. This time, what we're going to do is we've already discussed the form itself, so now we're going to look at data collection. So this is an example of a teacher evaluation that I had that I gave to my students. Again, this is an excellent tool that you can use not just for quizzes, but for collecting data in many different ways. Now, what you see here, this is an example of the Likert scale. This is a 5-point scale that was one of the question options. You can see as you goes through, you can see the different categories, never to always, 1 to 5. And at the bottom, I have, this is actually a second section, I have just kind of some short answer where students can leave some information about me. I like to do this at the end of each semester, kind of good little checkpoints. Even though your school may have student evaluations for you, or teacher evaluations, I should say, it's really nice because what you're going to find is when you give this evaluation, there's no waiting for the results. As soon as the students leave, you can simply click and get your data right away that you want to know. So what you want to do when you do this, after you have sent and collected all of your responses, we want to go and select the responses option. Now, in doing so, you will notice you can have two different options on how you want to look at the data. So for instance, you can have a summary report, which as you see when you scroll through, this is the data collection aspect of it. This will allow you to go in and see in real time what students are doing. If students are doing this in class, well, it's really great because you can see the data changing hands instantaneously. As you scroll down, you'll notice the short answer questions now are all displayed here for you to read accordingly. So it's really, really fantastic. This can spur discussion in your classroom and things of that nature, whatever it is, how you want to do that. Now, the next option that you're going to want to use in terms of data collection is utilizing Google Sheets, creating a spreadsheet for your specific data that you have here. Now you have your data, your spreadsheet. I'm sorry, you have your data. Now you want to look at it in a spreadsheet. So we simply select our plus option there to take us to the Google Sheets. And now you'll notice the information is already set out for you. So you can go ahead, you can add up, you can do averages, and you also notice your typed information comes in here. Now, one thing that's nice when you do this, if you have students entering in, for instance, their last name, when you're looking to collect data. What's really cool is once you have your students do that, when you open up this sheet, originally it's going to be presented in terms of date of completion. But what you can do is you can actually change this. So when you go to sort, if you sort the sheet A to Z, what it will do, now notice when I go Z to A, it'll go the opposite, right? So the last form to be submitted will be the one that's on top. But if we go sort A to Z, now this will appear in alphabetical order. So you can go right down and see the results for your students. It will tell you how many points they got correct out of 7, for instance, 6, whatever point value you assigned to that specific Google form. So it makes it really, really nice for you to do that. You can go ahead and you'll see in the other tutorial, the Google Sheets tutorial, how you can insert charts and things of that nature to help you really break down the data and recognize strengths and weaknesses in your teaching and your students' performance and things of that nature. So hopefully this helps you really understand how you can implement and incorporate Google Sheets and Google Forms into your classroom and make your teaching much more effective and save you a lot of time in the long run. No more copies of prints or printing out quizzes and copies and things of that nature. Now it's all here, it's digitized. You can, as you noticed right here, there's an option for accepting responses. You can turn that off, and now students can no longer answer. So maybe you have a deadline or a time frame in which you want your students to go ahead and submit your answers. So again, a fantastic tool which you can use. Thank you for watching the second part of this tutorial, and hopefully you found this to be valuable.